9 cars set to go for 8 laps. Heat race number 1 brought to you by Randall's Performance. The Mosquito Joe's pace truck will pull to the infield. Our Sprint Invaders starter, Kenny Dixon, has the green flag in hand. He turns the yellow light off. And who's ready to go sprint car racing on a Sunday night? Heat race number 1 coming at you. Joe B.Miller will lead the field down the back straightaway as Cole Meitzer and Luke Verardi go wheel to wheel for second. Verardi up into the wall out of turn 4, and he'll get upside down. That cushion is just not there yet to hold that outside run, and Luke Verardi got above the packed-in area and just slid right up into that outside wall. Kenny Dixon has a look at him. We'll try it one more time. This time, Cole Meitzer gets a much better start. He'll lead the field down the back straightaway with Joe B.Miller in hot pursuit. Dustin Clark into that third spot. Now, Meitzer slips a little high, but is able to reel it back in, and he'll lead lap number 1. Clark third, Benson fourth. Josh Schneiderman making some early moves in that 49 car. He's up in the 5th spot. And Alex Vandervaart, who started at the tail of the pack, is now 6th. 2 laps in the book, 2 of 8 as Cole Meitzer, whose father Bobby started out in the street stock division here at 34 Raceway, advanced on up into the sportsman and then the late model division before going 410 sprint car racing up at the Knoxville Raceway for many, many years. And Cole has cut his teeth racing the 410 up in Knoxville. Just this year kind of joining us with the 360 car, and he's looking good right now as we have 4 down and 4 to go, leading here in Randall's Performance Heat race number 1. Miller still in second, Clark in third as everybody is kind of settled into their position here in this first heat with 3 laps remaining. Garrett Benson behind the wheel of Ryan Button's 6R car. Ryan drove that car to a 2023 Sprint Invaders Championship. Putting the youngster out of Concordia, Missouri in the car here tonight. Benson finished 5th in a sprint car event down at the Benton, Missouri Speedway on Friday night as the white flag waves for Cole Meitzer. Cole Meitzer got a second chance on that restart, and he is going to lead the way all 8 laps to take the win. Heat race number 1. Second will go to Joe B.Miller. Battle for third will go to Dustin Clark. 4th, Garrett Benson. 5th to Josh Schneiderman. Alex Vandervaart is 6th. 7th to McCain Richards. 8th to Alan Zoot, and Luke Verardi will be credited with the 9th position.
Tucker Daly in the 99Ds. So the 52D of Skyler and the 99D of Tucker, they are the Daly brothers. So brothers racing here in heat race number 2. So row 1, the 57 of Cam Sorrells, the 11 of Colton Fisher. In row 2, it'll be the 50 of Paul Nienheiser and the 63 of J.J. Hickel. Row 3, the 3P of Sawyer Phillips, the 52D of Skyler Daly. And in row 4, the 81 of Tanner Gebhardt alongside the 99D of Tucker Daly. 8 laps is the distance. Winner goes to the Agraland FS Dash, and here we go. Colton Fisher with the run on the high side. He'll take the early lead. Cam Sorrells right there in second, but here comes Paul Nienheiser on the low side in 50. J.J. Hickel makes the cushion work. He'll sling by Paul Nienheiser in turn 4. Take over that third spot. Going to be a battle there for 3rd and 4th. Meanwhile, your leader up front, Colton Fisher. It's Colton Fisher, Cam Sorrells, J.J. Hickel, Paul Nienheiser, and now Sawyer Phillips throws his hat in the ring as Paul Nienheiser gets up and over the top in turn 2. Paul Nienheiser losing a couple of spots. He'll bring it back in and back around Tanner Gebhardt there, and he's in the 5th spot as Tanner Gebhardt and Paul Nienheiser going at it a little bit here in our second heat race. Colton Fisher, your leader, 3 laps to go this time by. Cam Sorrells is in that second spot. J.J. Hickle is third. Then Sawyer Phillips, Paul Nienheiser, Tanner Gebhardt, and Skylar Daly. Cushion moving up well here in turns 3 and 4 and getting close to the lip, especially over in turn 2. 2 laps to go this time by. Excuse me, white flag lap for Colton Fisher. 1 lap to go. It's all Colton Fisher here in heat race number 2. Running second in that 57, the youngster out of Hallsville, Missouri, is Cam Sorrells. Third was the 63 of J.J. Hickle. Fourth, the 3P of Sawyer Phillips. The 50 of Paul Nienheiser survives to run fifth. Sixth, the 81 of Tanner Gebhardt. Seventh was the 52D of Skylar Daly, and scored eighth, the 99D of Tucker Daly.
Keep your eye on Tasker Phillips. He's having a great year so far in that one TAS car, not just with the Sprint Invaders, but at the Knoxville Raceway as well. As Bill mentioned, he's your current 360 point leader up there at Knoxville. And he'll have to bring up some passing points here tonight, starting 7th, as Blaine Jamison and Terry McCarl bring him to green, heat race number 3. Side by side, wheel to wheel, out of turn 2. It'll be the veteran Terry McCarl taking the lead down the back straightaway as Dustin Selvage slips into that second spot. Cody Worley working the inside. He'll drop Jamison back to 4th here on lap number 1. Dylan Opdahl, his first ever appearance here at 34 Raceway. He'll race the inside of Jamison down the back straightaway, looking for that 4th position. Opdahl, a regular at the Houston Speedway typically. This track a little bit on the longer side here at 34. This is a 3/8 mile compared to the quarter mile up at Brandon, South Dakota, as we've got a good 3-car battle right now for that 4th position. Tasker Phillips joining the pair there as they race out of turn 4 and down the front stretch with 3 laps scored. Now some smoke coming out of the 51J car of Jamison. Blaine, second generation driver, taking over the wheel this year from his father Ryan Jamison, a 3-time Sprint Invaders champion. Although Ryan showed up as finishing in the top 5 last night in the 305 class here at 34 Raceway. Laps ticking away in this one. This will be 5 down and 3 to go for Terry McCarl, with Dustin Selvage still chasing him in second. Cody Worley is third. That smoke starting to billow a little bit more out of the 51J as Tasker Phillips works on Jamison for 4th. 2 to go. Your battle is for that 4th spot. Phillips wanting every passing point that he can get. And that position will be a big one. It might be enough to put him in tonight's Agriland Dash as the white flag waves. 1 to go for T-Mac. Terry McCarl going the distance in this one. Took the lead at the drop of the green, and he'll bring him off turns 3 and 4. One final time to take the checkers here in Morning Sun Farm Implement Heat Race number 3. It's Terry McCarl. Second to Dustin Selvage. Cody Worley goes third. 4th to Blaine Jamison. Tasker Phillips runs 5th. Dylan Opdahl takes 6th, 7th, and Nathan Murders in 8th. Will be Nick Guernsey with the 305 under the hood. Kenny Dixon set to turn him loose for 12. We'll get our final 4 qualifiers for tonight's main event out of our Budweiser King of Beers B Main right here. Nienheiser jumps right up to the cushion. He'll lead the field down the back straightaway as Dylan Opdahl holds off a charge from McCain Richards to hold on to that second spot as we come around to score lap number 1. Richards will get that second spot by a nose at the line. McCain side by side. Now he gets the bite off the bottom hill. He'll take that second position down the back straightaway as Skylar Daly now closes in on Opdahl. He's got a good 3-car battle for second off turn 4. Nathan Murders, the 71, a Rookie of the Year contender. He's currently 1 spot out in 5th. Needs to make up some ground here. if he's going to get qualified here tonight. Track definitely widening out as a cushion now is built up there after a little bit of track prep following the heat races. On both ends, and of course down in turns 1 and 2 where you have no wall, that can get right up to the ridge and get pretty tricky as the night goes on, as Paul Nienheiser is definitely pushing that cushion higher and higher, especially in turn 2. Nienheiser in control, nearly a half lap lead right now as we score lap number 5. Dylan Opdahl running second. Battle now for third with Richards and Daly. They just need to be patient and careful because right now they're both in the feature. Tucker Daly trying to make his way forward. He's got a smoker on that 99D. Dropped out of his heat race earlier tonight. It looks like he might be having some mechanical problems once again here in this B-Main. Nienheiser has caught the back of the field now on lap 7 as he'll race around the outside of Nick Guernsey. Again, Guernsey competes here on Memorial Day weekend as he is sponsored by the Hope for Warriors charity. And it's always great to have Nick at the racetrack. He comes to this battle with a 305 up against these 360s, so just good to have Nick out here in competition. Opdahl second. Skylar Daly is still third. McCain Richards in fourth as Tucker Daly slows down the front stretch and he pulls into the infield for the second time here this evening. Tough break for the driver out of Hallsville, Missouri. Nienheiser will come around to score lap 10, 2 to go, and he's almost going to lap the drivers who are in the top 5 as he closes in on Murders. Now Opdahl switching his lane down to the bottom as the laps wind down. The white flag will wave this time by for the Midland Performance, car number 50 of Paul Nienheiser. Nienheiser exiting turn 2 as the second place car enters turn 3. White flag there for the second place car of Opdahl, and Kenny Dixon will have to get the checkers out quickly for the 50 of Paul Nienheiser as Paul will take the win. And he got some extra laps in on the track to get dialed in for tonight's main event. He'll start 17th. Second will go to Dylan Opdahl. Third to Skylar Daly. Fourth goes to McCain Richards. They'll be your 4 qualifiers. Nathan Murders will finish in the 5th spot. Alan Zoot will come home 6th and 7th. To Nick Guernsey, Tucker Daly will be scored 8th.
If you would, get on your feet and make some noise. These are your Moorfield Solar Sprint Invaders. Get them all shaken out, and Kenny Dixon going to give him the 1 to go. Row 1, the 24 of Terry McCarl, the 99 of Dustin Selvage. Row 2, the 51B of Joe B.Miller, the 11 of Colton Fisher. In row 3, the 15 junior of Cole Meitzer, the 16 of Dustin Clark. Row 4, 57 is Cam Sorrell, 63 J.J. Hickle. Row 5, 49 Josh Schneiderman, 40 Cody Worley. The Phillips brothers in row 6, the 3P is Sawyer, the 1 Taz of Tasker. Row 7, Alex Van Devort and Garrett Benson, excuse me. Row 8, Blaine Jamison alongside Tanner Gephardt. Caution lights are out. We're ready to go. 25 laps here at the 34 Raceway. McCarl gets the early advantage, but here comes Joe B. Miller on the low side in the 51B. Joe B. heading to the top side at turns 3 and 4. Side by side, they come to the line. Joe B. Miller with the early lead. Terry McCarl is second. Colton Fisher third, and Dustin Selvage rounding out your top 4. Now Fisher trying to squeeze around the outside of McCarl, and he'll get it done. Colton Fisher up into that second spot. It's Joe B. Miller opening up his lead over Colton Fisher. Terry McCarl's in that third spot, then Dustin Selvage and Cole Meitzer. Joe B. Miller continues to lead over Colton Fisher. Fisher slowly reeling him in here in that second spot. Terry McCarl is third. Dustin Selvage is in that fourth spot. Then it's Cole Meinzer, Dustin Clark, J.J. Hickle, Cam Sorrells, Cody Worley, and Sawyer Phillips rounding out your top 10. Six laps down this time by for Joe B.Miller. Colton Fisher slowly reeling in your leader as the leaders approach lap traffic. Joe B.Miller hits the high side at turn 3. Colton Fisher right on his tail. Eight laps down that time by, 17 to go. Now Joe B.Miller getting a little high off at turn 2, but Colton Fisher unable to take advantage to this point. Things are going to get interesting as you got lap traffic on the high and low sides here as we enter lap number 11. Joe B.Miller still your leader, and the cushion is all but gone on the top of turn 2. Who's going to hit their marks in 1 and 2 here? Joe B.Miller and Colton Fisher. Now Colton Fisher dives to the bottom, finds a little grab on the low side of turn 1. Colton Fisher is your new leader as he slides in front of Joe B.Miller. Colton Fisher, your new leader. Joe B.Miller second, then Terry McCarl, Dustin Selvage, and Cole Meinzer, your top 5. Red flag over in turn 3. I believe that is the 16 of Dustin Clark. Safety team on that flame over there quickly. 13 down, 12 to go. Colton Fisher, your leader. The 51B of Joe Miller is second. Third, the 24 of Terry McCarl. Fourth, the 99 of Dustin Selvage. Then Cole Meinzer is fifth in the 15 junior. J.J. Hickle, Cody Worley, Josh Schneiderman, Sawyer Phillips, and Tasker Phillips, your top 10. Colton Fisher has the top side working. Joe Miller is going to try to get that bottom going in that 51B. Gets a good grip coming off of turn 4. Colton Fisher able to hold on the lead. He's high. Joe B.Miller's low. Now Dustin Selvage putting a move on the high side on Terry McCarl in car 99. Dustin Selvage take over that third spot here on lap 15. Now J.J. Hickle up into the top 5 as he gets by the 15 junior Cole Meinzer. Well, Cody Worley is on the move as well as he puts a low side move on Hickle. He's quickly into the top 5. Cody Worley has a lot of speed right now in car 40. Meanwhile, up front, Colton Fisher completing lap 18. He's got 7 to go. Colton Fisher disposing of the lap car of Skylar Daly. Now he bangs the wall. Colton Fisher's into the wall. Your leader into the wall on the backstretch. As he rolls haplessly into turn 4. Colton Fisher. Caution lights are out. Joe B.Miller will start us at the cone in turn 4. Here we go. The top 5 remain the same. Here comes McCarl on the low side, trying to make a move on Selvage here for that second spot. J.J. Hickel on the high side, moving up into 4th. Now McCarl with a slider on Selvage. That's allowing your leader, Joe B.Miller, to increase his lead with just 4 laps to go. Selvage runs second, then Terry McCarl, J.J. Hickel, and Cody Worley. Joe B.Miller in the upper reaches of turn 1 and 2. Got that right rear over the top, but kept it going in the right direction. 2 laps to go. Dustin Selvage now has separated himself in that second spot. Terry McCarl is 3rd, Hickel 4th, and Cody Worley in that 5th spot. White flag for your leader, Joe B.Miller. Your winner tonight at 34 Raceway is Joe B.Miller. So your winner tonight, picking up his 2nd career Sprint Invaders win, is Joe B.Miller, 51B. 3P of Sawyer Phillips and the 49 of Josh Schneiderman. Jeff's turn to go down the ladder here. He'll get a word with Joe B.Miller. Joe changing his motor. He ran a 410 race down at Lake Ozark last night and changed his motor tonight in the pit area. And congratulations to Joe. And we'll turn it down to Jeff.
Wife and daughter down here to greet him as they closed up the apparel trailer early and watched Joe B.Miller take a feature. And of course, Spartan Transportation, Lewis Trucking out of Jackson, Missouri, is on this car. As he comes around front, race fans, on your way out, how about a big round of applause for Joe B.Miller? Hey, pretty good outcome for someone who wasn't even planning on being here tonight, huh?
Yeah, I got to thank my wife and Red, man. We left Lake Ozark down at Eldon, Missouri this morning about 11 o'clock, and we hustled all the way here. Got here like 4 and started swapping motors. Took the 410 out, 360 in, and I got to thank everyone that helps. Got to thank all the fans that came out. Got to thank Chris with Lewis Trucking, Milestone Flying A, Brad Warner, Chad. I got to thank Spartan Transportation, Outlaw Wings, 67 Towing, Engler Machine and Tool. I'm sure I missed a few of these guys, Hoosier. But yeah, without all these guys, we couldn't do it.
I know we don't get to see you often here at 34 Raceway, but I know when you've been here, you run well, so you must like this place.
Yeah, that's we kind of had it on the schedule, and I looked 2 days ago, and it looked like rain, so I just chalked it as it wasn't going to happen, and then got up this morning, I was like, man, I think it all stayed south. So, yeah, I got to thank, everyone on this deal. It's just pretty much me and Red and Chris with Louie, and I think God had been very blessed the last few days, and I feel like we got a little momentum. Kind of sucks for Colton. He was really, really good. I felt like I probably wasn't pushing as hard as I needed to. I didn't want to go over the lip there, so but we'll take it.
That lip gets really right to the top. How treacherous is that?
Yeah, it just gets real thin, and it's hard to see see because it's so dark behind it, and you can't really tell where it ends and where it plateaus over. So you kind of got to get in hard as you can into 1 and then tiptoe around to get off 4 and just keep as much momentum as you can.
Well, thanks for coming tonight, and congratulations.
Thanks for having us.
Joe B.Miller, tonight's feature winner with your Moorfield Solar Sprint Invaders.
All right, thank you, Jeff, and congratulations to Joe, and thank you all for coming out to 34 Raceway tonight. Be safe getting home, and we'll see you next time.